All right, Shalom. First off, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai by Hashem, Rakah HaKodash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone who rule and teach well, and peace and salutation unto the hopeful elect of Yasha Allah. So, yeah, man, hey, the grinding is ceasing, and I love it, man, because, you know, all of these merchants, all of these consumers of Babylon, aka America, are starting to realize how fragile this society and this system really is, and how really it's about to be touched. You know, all of these panics, you know, that are now coming about, you know, the fears that are coming upon these people, you know, are by Yahweh, by Shem Shai, just like as he plagued ancient Egypt. You know, here, Babylon, aka America, is spiritually Sodom and Egypt. And so those same plagues that befell Egypt and destroyed Egypt are now coming back to haunt America, aka Babylon. So, yeah, hey, through the Spirit, I got a handful of scriptures I'm going to go into, and Lord willing, it'll be edifying for the elect. Yeah, let's put this here. This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 12, verse 1. Remember now thy Creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them. Okay? Because basically those that have been prepared, you know, for these oncoming days, in which is going on now, you know, dealing with all these viruses and, you know, the trade and commerce and, you know, stock market crashing and, you know, people not going to jobs and schools closing and universities closing. All of that is the preparation of knowing the Creator in your youth. Okay, while the evil days are not drawn now, we are at evil days now, you know, and they will be unmerciful days. All right, verse 2, while the sun or the light or the moon or the stars be not darkened, nor the clouds return after the rain. And it's the point, verse 3, in the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease because they are few, and those that look out of the windows be darkened. So yeah, the keepers of the house, you know, those in which are strong men, you know, these politicians, you know, these elites, you know, they are the ones in which are now trembling because their house of cards, Babylon, is fallen. It says, and the grinders cease. Let's get this word here, grinders, you know, because Babylon's, well, it says to crush, but it doesn't go into that. But essentially, you know, just like with that old song, I think by the Clips, called Grinding, you know, that's exactly what you're doing. You're grinding, you know, day after day, trying to get money, trying to continue in the system. But now that grinding is coming to a screeching halt. All of that merchandise being shipped, you know, to and fro, all of that grinding is ceasing. It says, because they are few, and those that look out of the windows be darkened. Verse 4, yeah, let's read 4. It says, and the doors shall be shut in the streets. You know, driving around, you looking around, and, you know, a lot of these subways are empty. Brothers posted a picture of where in New York, all of the subways are desolate because the doors being shut here on Babylon, man. You know, it says, and the doors shall be shut in the streets when the sound of the grinding is low. Once again, going back to that word grinding, you know, because grinding is working, you know, like when you grind on the saw, or, you know, you mill at the saw, that's a form of manual labor. Okay. And all of that is coming to a screeching halt. You know, all of the transportation systems, you know, most people are not going to jobs because no one wants to be quote unquote infected. Well, that's killing productivity. And that means that money's not being made, you know? So it's not going to take long for this place to be fully shut down, you know? It says, and the doors shall be shut in the streets when the sound of the grinding is low, and he shall rise up at the voice of a bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low. Yeah, man. And this is beautiful, man, because this is exactly what's going on. Yeah, let's read 5. It says, also, when they shall be afraid of that which is high, and fear shall be in the way. And that's exactly what people are doing, buying up water and toilet tissue unnecessarily. But because everyone's in a state of panic, okay, and fear, it's really causing a lot of this, these supplies and victuals, okay, to be low. It says, and the almond tree shall flourish, and the grasshopper shall be a burden, and desire shall fail, because man goeth to his long home, and the mourners go about, the streets. So yeah, I mean, all of these things are just, more signs that Babylon in itself is on its way out, man. And there's nothing anyone can do to stop it. Let me grab that. Jeremiah 50. This is Jeremiah 50 and let's read 13. It says, because of the wrath of the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, it shall not be inhabited, but it shall be wholly desolate. Everyone that goeth by Babylon shall be astonished and hiss at all her plagues, But it's happening on a global scale, A lot of these other countries, Italy, Germany, France, China, all of these cities are feeling it, man. But Babylon, collectively, here in America, okay, everyone's laughing at it now, You had this great military might, you got the gift of the sword, the gift of deceit, the gift of lies, okay? But none of those things are able to stop all these plagues that are coming here to Babylon, making it Babylon desolate, So yeah, everyone's hissing and astonished, like, dang, pursuant to Isaiah the 14th chapter, has thou become weak as us? Let's grab that real quick. This is beautiful, man. This is absolutely phenomenal. This is must see Babylon TV. Let's see here. This is Isaiah 14, and I'll just read the point, verse 10. It says, all they shall speak and say unto thee, art thou also become weak as we? Art thou become like unto us? So yeah, that's why they're hissing at all the plagues that are befalling Babylon. They're laughing, they're astonished, they're like, dang, bro, I thought America was this great untouchable force. And they're starting to realize that it's not, So yeah, let me wrap up here, man. I just wanted to, jump on here real quick and bring out a few quick precepts. This is Revelation chapter 18, verse 10. Actually, let's start at verse 9. Yeah. It says, and the kings of the earth who have committed fornication and lived deliciously with her shall bewail her and lament for her when they shall see the smoke of her burning. And that's next. Okay? Thermonuclear ICBM missiles, finishing off Babylon, all the actual those that were able to escape the plagues of, famine and Jacob's trouble and, martial law and things of that sort. The missile's going to finish everybody off. All right. Verse 10, it says, except for the hopeful elect. Revelation 18 and 10, standing afar off for the fear of her torment, saying, alas, alas, that great city Babylon, aka America, that mighty city, for in 1 hour is thy judgment come. Verse 11, and this is the point, it says, and the merchants of the earth shall weep and mourn over her, for no man buyeth their merchandise anymore. The dollar's through. Over the past maybe 5 to 10 years, people haven't been using the dollar any longer. It's been losing its potency. Okay, but not only that, the ultimate merchandise of America is wickedness and lies. That's sorcery and witchcraft. And so, yeah, people are not buying any of the American lies or the products, themselves, because, like I said, the main thing America merchandises is wickedness, and these other nations, through being in league with Esau, the so-called white man, have become rich and waxed deliciously off of America's wickedness. Now they're like, nah, bro, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's no need to continue this relationship. We're going our own separate ways, you know what I'm saying? And so, yeah, that merchandise now is not useful. You know, the market, the global market for wickedness and for Esau's dollar is no longer sought after, okay? So this is the word here for merchandise. It says a lading or freight of a ship, cargo, merchandise conveyed in a ship, any merchandise, you know? So yeah, all of these things are no longer valuable to people. And so because of that, Babylon is losing all of its ability to make money. And without the ability to make money and without the ability to protect yourself, you become vulnerable and you become desolate and you become weak. You know, and that's when these other nations are going to start to pounce on America, you know, seeing that it's in a very vulnerable state. You know, it's worrying about domestic affairs, you know, and not able to handle those international affairs. And so, yeah, man, hey, brother, stay uplifted through the Spirit, you know, continue to keep chanting down this place, Babylon. And, you know, before long, Lord willing, man, hey, we'll be delivered soon. So with that, I'm going to say shalom.